How we doing, everybody? How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? I don't know if this is the part where no, this is the part. This is the part where I brag. Okay. How do we? I don't even know where we start. How do we start? How? Yeah, I'll put the link up. I'm trying to figure out how do we start. As a Georgia fan, I have to be annoying. We just won back to back. I can't be nice. Okay. First off, go dogs. Number two, go dogs. This is the last thing that I will say though, as far as the three keys to TB screwing your night up. Go dogs. Georgia with back-to-back national championships. Stequavius Bennett the third from the family of the Stequavions. It just dominated you and your team. I will continue. I'm bringing Sir UG. Bring Sir UJ. But Stequavius Bennett the third of the Stequavions just ruined your team's night. I do want to say this too, Sir UGA. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How about them dogs? Let me continue. How many people wanted to tell us that the game would be close? How many people wanted to come in and say, well, it's the national championship game. It's not going to be a blowout. TCU's really good. They beat Michigan. They stop, bro. It's Kirby Smart's time, dog. It's Kirby Smart's time, dog. It's not anybody else's time. It's not the haters' time. It's not the people that always pick against Georgia. It's not the people that always pick against the spread or pick the spread or put mayonnaise or Miracle Whip spread on their white or wheat bread. Sir UGA, it's Kirby Smart's time. All right. How disrespectful was it to Kirby for Kirby to do to all the college football? Call a timeout, pull Stetson Bennett out, to call a timeout and pull his entire defense out, put nothing but freshmen out there. Freshmen go 2 sacks back to back. I mean, what was it from your side? What did you think watching that game?
Oh, I'm still trying to clear my eyes from crying, bro.
Yeah. And you know what? All the crying that we have done is for all the people that pick against Georgia. Yeah, we couldn't help it.
We just wrote the obituary for college football tonight.
Yes.
Yeah. In the next 10 years, y'all get used to it. You're getting your asses whooped. And there ain't nothing you can do about it.
There's nothing except come on YouTube.
Come on up in the chat rooms. You can run your mouth. You can talk about Georgia ain't covering the spread.
Yeah.
You can talk about Georgia ain't going to be the highest scoring team in college football history in the Natty. You can talk about Saban's on his way back. You could talk about Cristobal down there in South Florida can't recruit worth a shit. The Dogs are on top, baby, and get used to it.
Yeah. You could see me at the grocery store and tell me how there's no way there's no way that Georgia can go back 3 times in a row. Yeah, you can tell me that.
Come on back there to the Natty section of the grocery store, and Kirby will be waiting on you with Stequavius slapping you.
Yeah, exactly.
With Natty trophy, baby.
Exactly. While he cutting your pork chocks up for you to send home and put on the grill.
Yeah, and it ain't gonna be in the front of the store. You're gonna have to walk your ass to the back.
Yeah. Hey, Bet said, Sir UGA, Bet said, congrats on the Natty, but wasn't 38-7 good enough?
Yeah, Bet's a punk.
Hey, when he kept scoring, like when the second half came out, or when we got that, it was like 42 seconds left, and he called the timeout, I was like, whoa, what's he doing?
Our running backs were trying to run slow, bro, so we didn't score anymore.
Yes. I'm about to put you in, Keith. Now I was in limbo after halftime, but when Kirby stopped, like he didn't Kirby. He literally went into, you know what? I'm gonna keep scoring.
Yeah, why not? Kiss my ass. Saban's up there in the booth, running his mouth, drooling all over his jacket, saying, "What have I created?" And Kirby's down there going, "This is what you created, bro. The next dynasty. Get over it."
Man. Dude, and when he put all those freshmen in, when he took everybody out and put all the freshmen on defense, I was like, wait, that's Bear Alexander. Wait, that's Marvin Jones. That's Jalen Walker. That's Ryan Davis. That's Tresman Moore. I was like, well, Kirby, what do you – and then we got 2 sacks back-to-back. I'm like, is Kirby sending a message?
Dude, I told you. I'm 46
bro.
years old, bro. I've been to all the big games at Georgia and had my heart ripped out. So all you trolls out there can jump on the pole, baby, because y'all can all kiss my ass.
Kiss my bulldog. Hey, I like it. I like it,
Next
Keith.
year, I'm driving to Houston when we three-peat, you sons of bitches.
Man, what? Man, and the fact, and this is the crazy part. I think this is the part that and a lot of these people know when I'm trash talking to fan bases. I'm not trash talking to actual teams. But what I will say is when all these people told me, okay, Alabama, and this is not knocking Alabama. This is everybody. This is Alabama, it's Tennessee, it's
Screw
all these people.
Alabama.
It was like, oh, well, this is the rebuilding year. And it's like, but next year is going to be the rebuilding year. Y'all about to lose Bryce Young and Jahmyr Gibbs. And it's like, this was our rebuilding year. Yeah. We lost all these players to the draft. How is it not our rebuilding year?
Georgia ain't got a shot in hell. They lost so many players to the draft. They're done.
Yes. And there's no way. There's no possible way. You can't, dude. Look, I know that y'all think Kirby is the greatest, but not even he can. Oh, well, yes, he can.
No way Georgia's scoring 150 points in 2 games. No way, bro.
You know what? Guys?
What you got, Keith Shelley? Talk to us.
TCU is about my hairline, non-existent.
There you go, dog. Hey, I don't think TCU Falcons fan said I want. Hey, come on in, Falcons fan. But yeah, dude, that was when I say that was amazing. I don't think TCU realized the worst thing that could have happened for them was Georgia winning a close game against Ohio State because Kirby uses that as fuel. Yeah. He makes his team think, okay, you're not good enough.
Kirby's been telling our defense, y'all suck for a week straight.
Yes.
Y'all suck. Ohio State abused you. Ohio State treated you like little redheaded stepchild.
Yeah.
Y'all suck. And Georgia and the defense said, you know what, Kirby, we'll prove you wrong in the next one, bro. And they did.
Well, I made a point. I was talking to my dad. We're both Georgia fans and everything. I was like, Max Duggan and TCU is a lot like Ohio State's offense. They got a nice running back. They got a nice, wide receiver.
Yeah.
They got a good quarterback. Heck, aren't we just playing Ohio State? Didn't we show Ohio State in
the
last quarter?
I'll say this because I'm gonna add to your point, and Sir UGA, you'll know what I'm talking about when I say this. Okay, the Ohio State game, there were 3 to 4 times in that game where we had the sack. It wasn't even we contained him; it was a full off the edge, about to hit him, but we came in too close, and he just rolled out and made an explosive play. One was a touchdown. One was to put him in field goal position at the end of that game. And then the other 2 were for like 25-yard plays, explosive plays. If you get the sack right there, which I knew Max Duggan was not going to be able to get out of that, but CJ Stroud getting out of that allowed them to stay in the game, if not win the game. But with Max Duggan, it was like you could tell today he is not CJ Stroud. He was not getting away from any of that pressure, dog.
I think the wrong quarterback won the Heisman.
Who do you think should have won it?
Stroud.
Yes, yeah, dude, hands down, dude. That dude is a baller.
Yeah,
dude is a baller.
He's going to be great at the next level.
I agree. We had to talk about him the other day. Go ahead, Keith.
I don't know. I think Stroud was kind of preparation for Duggan. The 2 teams are very similar. Stroud's very similar to CJ Stroud.
It should have been the other way around.
He's more of a dual threat.
Mm-hmm. But TCU doesn't have the weapons that Ohio State has.
No, it should have been the other way around.
TCU had one good receiver, and that's it.
That's crazy, though, dude. But you make a good point, Keith. TCU is the lesser Ohio State. So the fact we had to play Ohio State first, it was like, like you said, you played a pissed off Georgia team.
I would have much rather played Ohio State or Michigan or TCU in the finals than Ohio State.
Oh yeah, dude. But Ohio State, the reason why they gave us fits, they don't need a run game. They
No,
don't
they
care
don't.
about being one dimensional, bro. They'll just
Well,
pass the ball the whole game.
they got 5 receivers going in the top 2 rounds.
I know. They
That's not
literally out of their 10 receiving scholarships, their 10 receivers and scholarships, 8 of them are 5 stars.
when you got
Like,
guys going to Bama to be starters because they can't play at Ohio State.
wow, that's a good
And
point.
they're superstars at Alabama. I mean, they're loaded, bro.
I know. That's actually a really good point.
Yeah.
Falcons fan, what's up, boy?
I'm happy, but I think a big difference in this game was that we didn't expect C.J. Stroud to scramble like he did last game. He had the game of his life, but we fully expected Max Duggan to do his thing, and that's why we were able to stop him.
Falcons fan, I'm surprised we didn't plan for that. Like
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Everybody in the football stratosphere knew that Stroud was going to have to run more for them to have a chance.
Yeah, but you have to scout the games, and there was no game that C.J. Stroud had.
Bro. Like, I think the problem is that their receivers are so good that even if we scouted it to spy on him like we should have, it wouldn't have mattered.
Well, we tried to scout him, but we did it with a D tackle, and he just outran him.
Like, we couldn't, even if we planned and spied on him, their receivers are so good, and he's so good that it still would have been trouble.
Well, and Bet makes a good point. TCU does not have the talent or depth like a top 5 team.
Oh, hell no.
Well, but that's the thing. This game, depth didn't matter. The game was over in the first quarter.
Oh, yeah. But
it had nothing to do with depth.
Dude, it's just like last week when they were saying that Georgia had looked over players that TCU signed and didn't even show an interest in out of the state of Georgia who were like 3 and 4 stars.
Yeah.
Like, they just don't have it's not even about depth, dude. It's just about the talent that they can get, period.
Yeah, I've been begging for this Georgia team to play as good as they did against Oregon, and they finally did.
They finally did.
Yes, I know what you're saying. Hands down the whole game. Bro. Well, and the crazy thing, y'all, for Stetson to get offensive MVP, to be a former walk-on, and to just, fully reach his potential, the defensive MVP, Javon Bullard, was a 3-star.
Yeah.
From the state of Georgia, a 3-star that had 2 interceptions tonight, a forced fumble. I don't know how many tackles, bro, but
Ladd McConkey's a 3-star.
Yeah, Ladd McConkey, Jordan Davis.
Sold out.
We talk about how Kirby Smart's a byproduct of his talent, but has anybody been a better developer of 3-stars than Kirby Smart?
No, nobody.
Well, and that's the part where if you are a 3-star and you can look, okay, I'll get playing time here, but Kirby wants me to come. There's a reason Kirby wants me to come, and he has a resume for it. He wants me to come because he thinks he can fully develop me. I'm going to trust in Kirby. Even if you don't play till your redshirt sophomore, junior year. Like, that's the part where with Kirby, it's like he's proving right now, even though he is good today, and he just busted a team for the best national championship score of all time. He's got kids on that roster going, yeah, but my time's coming. Like, you just won a national championship, but you got kids on your team going, yeah, but that wasn't me. My time's coming.
I mean, like, how many times did we hear Chris Fowler say today, oh, the true freshman with a huge sack with a huge
Mikael Williams, Marvin Jones Jr., you had Bear Alexander. Oh, my goodness, bro. Freaking Jalen Walker. Like, multiple guys where I was like, Kirby, stop. Like, quit doing that, bro. Just...
I don't care what you say, bro. What Kirby has done over the last 6 years is epic.
It is, and I know people won't look at it until the 10-year mark when it's a full decade. But I agree with you, dude.
You know that meme where it's like, oh, I wish we would know we're living in the golden age before it's over. We're living in the golden age of Georgia football.
Absolutely, I agree.
Agree completely. Dante says TCU. Go ahead, Keith. Go ahead.
So you're talking about 3-stars. This recruiting class. That's about to sum up the 2023 recruiting class. Georgia has 2 5-stars, 24 stars, and only 3 3-stars.
Yeah. 24 stars. Oh, my goodness.
I mean, the reason we talk up the 3-stars is just because we know for sure that the 4 stars and 5 stars are going to be great under Kirby,
And not
Yeah,
only
agreed.
that, Kirby took every outside rushing edge player from the whole entire state of Florida.
I know he got the number 1 and 2 from
Yeah.
Florida, bro.
I mean, he's just like, I guarantee it. And like I told you last year, TB, 2 days after he won the 90 last year, he was
Yeah.
landing a helicopter in North Gwinnett High School's football field to recruit a 5-star down the street from my house. 2 days
Well,
after he won the Natty.
that's the thing about Kirby that, like, I've always felt, because y'all know, like, I coach and I train and stuff. I've always felt that I am that. Like, I'm trying to be way above everybody around me. I don't care how good these people are here. I don't care if I'm better than them. There's somebody 10 hours away working harder. There's some, always. But when I see what Kirby's doing and I get to see the behind the scenes and hear the stories like that, it helps me to correlate that into the speeches and the motivation I give my kids. And like the high school I'm with now, they have a chance to win their first state championship this year.
That's awesome.
And our head coach was out today. So I got to run practice for the high school.
Hell yeah.
So that was my speech to them, was like, it doesn't matter if you're playing a bad team or a good team. You need to be focused on building every single day, because that's what I see Kirby do. He's always talking about that. I don't care about the team we're playing.
He said it after the game tonight. He said tomorrow starts the next recruiting class.
Yes.
Yeah. And we're not even and he was basically in tomorrow.
Yeah, already. Exactly. Yes.
I mean,
and is there a better underdog story for like kids that are underdogs in their life than Stetson Bennett?
Hell no.
Dude, I went from being a guy that was really down on Stetson. I was negative about him last year because he did a lot of things where I was like, dude, what are you doing? But the more he proved me wrong, the more he proved college football wrong. This dude now has been the MVP for all 4 college football playoff games he's been in. This man just broke Aaron Murray's record. He's the most passing quarterback in Georgia history. Like, there's nothing. I don't care what anybody says. There are plenty of teams out there that wish their quarterback could make the right decisions that this guy makes.
You know what?
And by the way, Tiger Baskins, by the way, TB, Atlanta Falcons fan, I bet there was a single second where they cut over, and there was the CEO of Disney. So, could Stetson Bennett's movie be Disney Dog?
I would not be surprised. In my mind, if I was a advisor of Stetson, I know you could go play in the NFL as a practice squad, maybe even get up to playing in an NFL game. You need to take the next couple of years. You need to go make a movie. You need to make a TV show. You need to be in commercials. Stetson could make millions, bro. I mean, like millions on top of millions for his story. He really could, dude.
Yeah, and I've been a Georgia fan all my life. I've been begging Kirby Smart to go out there and get the big time quarterback, play the big time quarterback. But watching Stetson Bennett these past 3 games, and even looking back at the big games he played last year, I really don't know if a 5-star quarterback that would be a top 10 draft pick would play any better than Stetson Bennett does in big games. Like, I'm just going to say.
Yeah.
No, I don't agree.
Beck will play as well next year.
Well, and the thing that we'll get out of Beck.
And say it. Let's just go ahead and say it. Stetson Bennett is a big-time quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
The only thing that holds him back is just size and arm strength, but he makes all the right decisions.
You know what the odds were on him scoring the first touchdown tonight?
Oh, yeah. Tell us about it, Sir UJ.
Plus 1,200.
Plus 12. And he did score the first touchdown.
He scored the first touchdown. You know what the odds for him scoring 2 touchdowns rushing was tonight?
What was that?
Like plus 3,500.
That's crazy.
And honestly, I don't even know what I'm more impressed with, the fact that we scored as much as we did or the fact that we held them to 7 points.
I think I figured after the week we had against Ohio State, Kirby was going to tell them they were sucking all week as a defense, and we would finish. I'm more impressed by the fact that we put up 65.
I think both. We lost a lot of defense last year, so to hold them to 7, a high-scoring offense like that, yes. But then to put up 65, it's not even that I'm impressed with the offense as much as I am Kirby. Is this the new you? Are we seeing a new Kirby, or is the old 21-7 run the ball the rest of the game? Is he gone?
Yeah.
Well, I think as long as Todd Monken is here, he's going to have a great offense.
I'm looking at the score at the bottom of the ESPN right now, and 65-7. I'm still shocked.
Dude, that's what we were saying after the game. We were all just sitting. There's like 7, 8 people at the house, and we were just like,
I was thinking
65-7,
38-7.
Yeah,
yeah, 38-7 would have
Or
been like
38-14.
Yeah, I would have
Yeah.
been like, oh my goodness, we
But
just destroyed them.
65-7.
like when the last 10 years, whenever someone has been like, oh, this is going to be a blowout, they're like, oh, this is going to be like Alabama Notre Dame in 2012. Georgia TCU is the new Alabama Notre Dame.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah, new.
like-
Oh my,
like-
yeah, exactly. It was 42-14 that game.
Like whenever someone looks at a big game and they think it's super lopsided, they're going to be like, oh, this is the next Georgia TCU.
I see what you're saying. They're not going to say that anymore. They're going to say, well, and I keep giving credit to Kirby because he stresses the whole next man up, so it makes people have to step their game up in practice. And then you saw tonight, the fourth quarter, the entire fourth quarter, all backups played. But they didn't give up though. They were like full speed the whole time, dude.
I have to say, as an unbiased Georgia fan,
Yeah,
Alabama would not have lost 65-7 tonight.
No, hell no.
no, definitely not, dude. They have too much star power.
TCU definitely deserved to be here. They earned their way here. But Alabama would not have lost 65-7. Ohio State wouldn't have lost 65-7.
No,
I'd rather beat Bama 65-7 than TCU.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yes, but that's the part of though. We like as Georgia fans in 2012 or 2011, we played Bama and we lost on the 7-yard line, throwing it to I want to say it was Muhammad Massaquoi, and he should have just batted the ball down.
It was Chris Conley, yeah.
Chris Conley, yes.
Screw Alabama.
Yeah, but then let's take it back to even before that when LSU jumped us at the end of the year in the BCS era to go to the national championship game, and we thought we were going to go, and then they blew out, so and so. So
dude went to the 2017 Natty.
Yes,
and I was in the damn bathroom stuck in a urinal pissing when Bama missed the field goal that could have beat us in regular time, and then Tua comes out there and beats our ass with a damn 2nd and 23. I've had my heart ripped out. So all you other teams in SEC, suck it. Go Dawgs.
Agreed.
Man, it's so crazy to think how a couple of years ago this guy was being compared to Mark Richt, and he could be a 3-time champion right now if one play goes our way.
Dude, what?
Plus, he's gonna be a 4 or 5-time champion at the minimum.
Well, and can I say this real quick? These people were like, well, Nick Saban's first 7 years at Alabama, he had 3 national. I'm like, whoa.
No.
At Alabama.
Yeah.
Y'all forget this man was been a head coach before.
Yeah.
This is Kirby's first 7 years as a head coach.
Yeah, it's so unfair to compare Nick Saban's first 7 years at Alabama to Kirby Smart's first 7 years as a head coach ever, because Nick Saban did not have anywhere near this much success at Michigan State and LSU.
If Kirby continues,
Nick Saban won a national championship at LSU.
Yeah, he had, yes,
head coach.
But if Kirby continues to project the way he is and the way Saban projected, you're looking at like 8-9 titles for Kirby.
Well, and for me, what I'm excited about is, yes, the national championships are awesome. And I know next year, like if we lose and we don't win it, it's like, hey, everything's okay. But to me, it's like, I love seeing him get these guys ready for the draft. Like we had Trayvon Walker go 1 last year. Well, now they're talking about freaking Jalen Carter going top 3. Well, now he's putting top 2 for some, and he's top 1 in other mock drafts. And I'm like, do these guys that go to Georgia not realize if I just focus and I do what he says, he will get me the highest draft pick possible instead of going somewhere and going, well, I can get a couple $100,000 here. Yo, Jalen Carter's about to get paid. Broderick Jones is about to get paid. Keely Ringo, like,
a guy like
TV, like I was.
Either one of y'all, go ahead.
A guy like Keely Ringo has all the intangibles, and honestly, I feel like as a Georgia career, he kind of disappointed. But just because he's so talented, he's going to get a first-round draft pick. If you're a talented player, come to Georgia because you can underperform and still be a first-round draft pick.
That's a very good point. So, yeah.
So to bring the point, they're already getting paid. We have 100 players, scholarship players, who on Georgia's football team who have NIL deals.
Yeah.
You come to Georgia, you get paid, you win your natty, and then you go off to the NFL and you get more money.
If you asked me 10 months ago and I did an objective analysis of Stetson Bennett's chance to make it in the NFL, I would have been like, no shot. He's not even going to make it on a practice squad. I feel like with how he's played the last 3 games, you have to at least give him a shot,
Well, y'all know Kyler Murray in the NFL is just as small as Stetson Bennett because Kyler Murray, he's like 5'9", 5'10". Well, Stetson's not 5'11". They say he is, but he's 5'9", almost 5'10". But he does not play the whole, I'm just going to scramble everywhere. He's a much better pre-snap reader. So, and I'm going to read what Coach Dante said because he's still in here. I want to kind of give him a shout out. But he said, TCU was just outmatched in every fashion. The other game was the reason why Ohio State was so close. The great quarterback, great receiving core. Oh, the best receiving core in college football. Agreed. Marvin Harrison, best receiver. He said TCU, they don't have great receivers outside of the one receiver. No, agree completely. Ohio State, and I want to say Sir UGA had made this point. Ohio State has like multiple receivers that are all going to play in the NFL. TCU had that one. So it was a lot easier to just game plan to shut him down. He didn't do anything tonight, dude.
Yeah, I think
what?
I was just going to say, I think these last 2 years have shown that Georgia's true Achilles heel is a wide receiver that is NFL ready today. And if you don't have that, if you don't have more than 2 or 3 of those on your team, you're not going to beat us.
But that's the part of, guys, like, it's college football. There's no way you can be perfect. So if you told me the only way you could beat us is if you had 2 or 3 guys that were college football ready, and even then, like Marvin Harrison, what should Marvin Harrison have done whenever he threw that ball up? Marvin Harrison should have realized, hey, there's a guy coming. This is just one play. Let me just kind of get out of the way. Don't let me get hit and get knocked out. He tried to do too much, and that boy got a concussion. And he ain't come back.
I hate how the narrative is that once Marvin Harrison went out, the offense was terrible. Marvin Harrison was in there for like 2 quarters, and he didn't do anything.
Exactly.
He caught all his passes in the first quarter.
What about Georgia not having Nolan Smith, Robert Beal?
They changed the game plan against Marvin Harrison in the second, third quarter, and he didn't do shit.
Yeah, exactly. And my point to that is, what about Georgia losing Nolan Smith, Chaz Chambliss, Robert Beal, Small Munden?
That don't matter.
Who else?
Georgia's got plenty of 5-stars, TB. We can lose all of them all day long.
But that's my point to Ohio State is we don't have to rely on one player. We don't have to say, well, our Will Anderson went out of the game, so we couldn't sack anymore. We couldn't get pressure on the quarterback. That's not our fault you rely on one player.
Yeah. I mean the
Ohio State's already catching up this year because they're rebuilding like hell, just like Bama.
Yes.
The face of this pass rush this year was Nolan Smith, but yet we still have a freshman, Michael Williams, going out there and getting 2 sacks a game.
And then you had Chaz going in.
We don't even have a serious pass rush, really. All season.
No, we had more of a contained defensive line this year, and we just kind of let Jalen Carter do his thing. If Jalen got to you, he did.
Natty undefeated.
But I'll say this though, I think that was our Achilles heel last year. Our defense was so aggressive after the quarterback that quarterbacks like C.J. Stroud, Bryce Young, and them, it was really easy for them to scramble. This year we worked on more of kind of keeping your guy in front of you and then going after the quarterback as he took off instead of making him take off.
I thought our team last season was phenomenal in all aspects.
It was.
And we had a pickup. And then we go and do this shit this year. We made that team tonight look like they were damn minced meat compared to this year.
Dude.
I actually feel like last year's defense was an exception because under Kirby Smart, under Georgia, the trend is that we don't have an elite pass rush, but we'll get to the quarterback enough to disrupt plays. Last year was just kind of an exception. We would get 5 sacks a game.
Well, but did you see too though how easily? Hold on, I want to say what he said. He said Stetson can be at least a 5th or 6th round pick. Yeah, especially after these last couple of games. Quentin Johnson is the only receiver that TCU actually had, and he was shut down. Agreed, dude. But as I'll say this, the part that you saw this year more, Kirby is such a good scheme runner. It didn't have to be just four guys. Every time Javon Bullard rushed or every time a corner rushed off the blitz, y'all saw that one play. The halfback wasn't even ready for the corner to blitz.
No,
and he
they were
got caught.
They were pushing those linemen into their quarterback all night.
Dude, oh my goodness.
You know what I didn't like from TCU from a play calling standpoint? I mean, is the objective weakness from this Georgia team not our coverage? And they literally had one deep shot all game, and it was a completed pass.
I know, and they didn't even try to. Yeah, I know.
It's just like we talked about earlier, though. They don't have the studs.
I mean,
True.
They had
that first drive. They had that first drive. If it had been C.J. Stroud or Bryce Young, they'd have gone down there and scored.
Speaking
those
of
receivers had 5 to 6 yards release on our backs, and they just missed the passes.
I mean, they had like 9 or 10 screen passes this game that didn't do anything. Like,
Yeah,
when are you going to learn?
You can't do screen passes against us, bro.
No, you can't. Keith, what were you about to say?
I'm talking about. You remember the first drive?
So speaking about people from Alabama, we had Nick Saban and Neon Dion over watching the national championship. I think Saban near about pissed himself.
Yeah, Saban's scared right now, bro.
Well,
he knows who's coming for him.
I think, and that I've kind of said this the entire couple of years, and people don't want to hear it. I know Bama fans don't want to hear it. It's not that Georgia's new Alabama. It's Kirby Smart was Alabama. Kirby Smart was that defense, dude.
And not only that, I think if Saban hadn't been there running his mouth up there on the damn set, Kirby wouldn't have run it up, bro.
I know. I bet if Kirby was like, wait, Saban's here?
That was a message straight to Saban, bro. We coming, baby.
Yeah.
And you know what I think sucks if you're an Alabama fan? Like, I think we can easily say Georgia's going to be a better team next year on offense and defense, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But LSU beat Alabama this year. LSU is going to be a better team next year as well.
Yeah, I agree.
I think LSU beats Bama again next year.
But there's also a chance that Bama loses a few games. What, Keith?
So here's the thing with Alabama. I hear Alabama fans, Kangaroo Black, especially, always talking about how Bill O'Brien and Pete Golden. But if you listen real carefully and you put 1 and 1 equals 2, aren't they just complaining about Nick Saban's hiring decisions?
Yeah.
Aren't they complaining about Nick Saban, but they're too scared to say Nick Saban's the problem?
And on top of that, Bama's not balanced anymore, bro. Like, they don't have the balanced offense and the defense. And when and Saban knows flat out, if he's not balanced on both sides, his win percentages go way down.
I mean, is the difference between Georgia and Alabama, since Kirby and Nick Saban have both been head coaches, the quality of their staff? Like, Georgia has had the better staff the last 2 years, and we've won national championships. Alabama's had the better staff the last 5 years.
But you've been able to disguise that staff because you had Kirby, and this was my point of relinquishing responsibility to a coach like Kirby Smart was a lot easier.
Like, Nick Saban couldn't win a championship with Jim Chaney or James Coley as his OC.
No. I know. And I told Sir UGA this earlier. Y'all realize Georgia did not give up a sack tonight. But without giving up a sack, we have given up 9 the entire year. The first time in college football history that a team has only given up single-digit sacks in an entire season. Before this game, we were tied with a team from I don't know how long ago with 9 sacks given up in a 14-game season.
Yeah, it's so crazy that this team went 15-0 because this was like the first Georgia team under Kirby Smart where we just could not run the ball up the middle.
I know.
True. One punch.
Yeah. What?
And I'll tell you, like, I went to like I told y'all earlier, I went to the 2007 national champion, 2017, and the Bama players overall, like, 5-1 were way bigger and stronger than we were. You know?
Yeah.
And
I
like,
mean,
there's no way we're winning this game. And I was at the game, and we almost won it. And I was like, that tells you what kind of heart Kirby puts in these players.
We were coached by Kirby, but we had a bunch of Mark Richt players there.
Exactly. And
Agreed.
on top of that, that is still the work and the ethic that they got now to say, and now we're bigger than Bama, bro. Like if you saw if you saw the players that walked out as the captains at Georgia versus TCU tonight, we were way bigger than they were. Like they're not like, and I'm saying that wins every game, but that's a big factor, bro.
Agreed.
I don't want to be disrespectful.
You can't overcome pure speed and pure strength and power like we have.
I don't want to be disrespectful to TCU, but I mean, we probably win this game under Mark Richt with the same players and same roster.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Well, Sir UGA, we don't have to be disrespectful because UGA was disrespectful to to TCU on that football field tonight.
Hey, facts,
Octavian,
bro.
thank you, bro. Florida man Octavian comes in and says, "Congratulations, Bulldog." That takes a lot of guts, bro.
Yeah, you get the hell out of here, Octavian.
Yeah, I saw a lot of
Talking
people
shit all damn year, you jackass.
I saw a lot of people on Twitter saying shit about how Georgia was running up the score and how they were being too mean, but like after it was 45-7, we were literally just running the ball at the middle.
Yeah,
TCU still couldn't stop that.
Dude, Brenton Robinson scoring. Oh my goodness!
Our running backs were like half running. They're like, "Please tackle me."
Yeah,
and they still couldn't just sit down.
That's the problem with TCU's defense. They run a nickel 3-3-5 defense with hardly anybody in the box to stop the run. And so when you have a predominantly run-based team like Georgia is, and like most SEC schools are, they thought Michigan was going to do it. SEC is Michigan Big Ten on steroids when it comes to running the football.
But people don't want to hear that, Keith.
I mean,
here's the fact.
The truth hurts. The truth hurts, TB.
Yeah, it does.
Here's the facts. Georgia is just dominant right now. They're epic. They have the best coach in the land. They have the best players in the land. You bring it, and you bring it hard, or you ain't making it out alive.
Yeah.
And we're just, as Georgia fans, especially me, I'm 46 years old, man. I've been watching them for decades. It's a damn good time to be a Dog fan is all I got to say.
I think to be this Georgia fan, you definitely at least have to have 4 defensive linemen in there because your 5 DBs are not going to be able to tackle our running backs.
No.
Like you know how it was. We used to be a running back you. Shit, we're everything you right now, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. If there's one thing
Kirby said, you know what? We're not going to be running back you no more. We're going to be every position you.
Yeah. If there's one thing I can say, Mark Richt was better than Kirby Smart. He was better at recruiting running backs. We haven't had a Todd Gurley on this team under Kirby Smart yet.
Yeah, but we would, even if we had him, we wouldn't use them.
No, well, and the thing that Kirby does really good is he spreads the wealth.
Yeah.
So I think that is something that, even if we did have one, cheers to you, Sir Mayhem Matthew. What's up, big dog?
Wait, hold on. Did I just hear someone say we wouldn't use Todd Gurley?
No, not that we wouldn't use him. We're saying we would still spread the ball around.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, that's how Kirby does things.
I said that we haven't recruited a Todd Gurley under Kirby Smart yet.
I mean, Zamir White was a 5-star.
He was, but his injuries definitely held him back.
Hey, TV, did I tell you Brock Bowers have a big night?
What about Brock and Ladd McConkey?
Both of them.
Both of them had close to 100 yards. I think Ladd had over 100. Brock was right under 100.
I think both their receiving yard bets out of Vegas was like 60 yards.
Yeah, where the hell was Ladd McConkey against Ohio State? Because you can't tell me that he's that much healthier today than he was last week.
I know, but people they just said he was not fully healthy.
Hey,
maybe their game plan was to hold them down. Maybe their game plan was to stop them. I don't know.
Falcon, I think that's you. I think it's time for you to update your profile picture.
Yeah, 2021. I need to get 2022 up here.
Yeah.
Dude, Mayhem, agreed, dude. And I've been saying that all year. But after watching today, Branson Robinson proved he's more than just a power back. That man is quick and fast. I was really happy to see him hit that move
And
today.
powerful.
Yeah, definitely powerful. But getting to see the quick and speed out of him, it was like, whoa, like it was just nice to see that out of a powerful back to show his speed and quickness.
Yeah.
But also kudos to Kirby for kind of saving him this entire year.
And
Like,
not
I'm-
only that,
Well,
Kirby's
see-
done.
I'm happy
Well, see,
to
my,
see.
my thing is that
I'm happy to see
Branson
Milt.
Robinson.
Oh, one of y'all
The
go.
thing
Hurry
with-
up.
So the thing is that with me, I saw Branson Robinson. They had him wrapped up on the leg, and he just like slipped out of there with his power
Yes.
and just ran for nearly a touchdown.
Hey, did
Yeah.
y'all see that funny video at halftime?
Which one?
The one where David Pollock said that, Georgia is taking over college football in front of Nick Saban's face.
No. I did
I
not see
uploaded it to
that.
my channel. It's hilarious.
And David Pollock
Okay.
actually picked TCU to win.
Dude, Saban just wanted to be there to hope Georgia lost.
Saban's face was so funny after he said that. It was like
I saw the
depression face.
picture of it. I didn't know that's what was said. I just saw his face though when he said that. What were you about to say, Falcons?
I was going to say I'm happy that Milton and Edwards are coming back next year because I love experience at the running back position. But I think Branson
Edwards definitely
Robinson.
coming back.
I think Branson Robin is the best pure running back we've seen since DeAndre Swift.
Yeah, and he's a beast.
Yes. Well, and like you said, like losing Kenny is going to be okay, but Dejon Edwards, dude, I love the way he runs.
Yeah.
I love
Dude's
his
vision is amazing.
I like
he is,
DeAndre.
and his shiftiness too. But Branson getting another year under his belt, Branson may be the number one next year, and Dejon's. But Dejon will still get drafted. I'm just saying that.
Well, Branson's I think definitely the most talented. I don't think that's a
Yeah.
question.
I like Dejon Edwards' build, and he definitely cleaned this up in the playoffs. But he just put the ball on the ground too damn much,
Dude, I think 75% of these Kirby teams for the next 8-9 years get drafted no matter what.
I know. Mayhem said because sometimes you have guys that. Well, sometimes you have guys that go undrafted. They might still go into the NFL, but they just. But Mayhem says, I remember watching TV last year when we won, and the question was, can Kirby sustain? And we got our answer tonight, back to back, dude. With how it looked, with all the freshmen playing tonight, I think our question is what is Kirby going to do next year?
Three-peat, baby.
Three-peat.
If he does, that would be the first coach of all time, dude.
The only coach, the team ever to three-peat, baby. Let's go.
We'd be the first to three-peat since 1936.
Oh, give me
who did three-peat?
Harvard or some shit.
I ain't worried about that.
We'd be the first in the AP era. So
yeah, I ain't worried about it.
19.
If you about to tell me that Harvard or Nebraska did it, then I'm okay.
It was Minnesota.
Break.
Oh yeah, I ain't worried about that.
And of course, in one of those years, Alabama claimed the title, but that's not a surprise.
Next year, if they go, hey TB, next year if they go back to the Natty,
yeah,
you meet me at my house and we drive.
Yeah. I'm down with that.
I got
if that crap really happens, bro.
Hotel room, we going, bro.
Oh wait, you talking about going to the game?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I don't know if other
man. Three-peat.
I don't know how other
I ain't driving to Cali, bro, but I'll drive to Houston.
Yeah, thanks. What'd you say, Falcon?
I don't know if other Georgia fans feel like this, but before last year, I feel like every offseason ended like, I just need us to get that freaking natty, man. But like after winning 2 years in a row, I feel like we can finally have a season next year where it's like, even if we don't win the natty, I'm just going to sit here and enjoy it. Like, I'm not going to be nervous every single game.
Hey, man, I was like that this year. I was just happy we were back.
Yeah.
Like all these idiots online kept talking shit about how Georgia fans are so arrogant and not respectful and they don't know how to handle their success. And I was thinking, shit, I'm just happy we're back at another chance to have another one.
Yeah, bro. I agreed.
Yeah, like
I'm not like I talk shit to people. Don't get me wrong, bro. But like, I was just happy that we were back again. We could have a chance at back-to-back. Even if we lost tonight, I was happy.
I don't think it matters how we acted. I think other teams are just gonna be.
Fuck them. They can't handle it, bro.
Like I
Yeah,
feel
I
like
think other teams are gonna be just upset.
I feel like before last year there was definitely a chip on our shoulder, like all the great recruiting classes we saw coming in, and we were like, "Come on, man, can't we just win a freaking natty one time?" And
Yeah.
then we finally do it, and everyone's changed the narrative, like, "Oh, congratulations, you finally done it one time."
Yeah, exactly.
Now-
You done it one time. Like
Now-
And
that's
you
your
know
first
what's going to
time you're
happen
gonna do
tomorrow.
it.
Tomorrow
that
they're
we-
going to be saying, "Oh, well, TCU was outmanned and out
Yeah,
talented.
exactly.
Georgia should have won the game." And I
Yeah.
mean, it's just a bunch of bullshit. Man.
Yeah, but
Well, I
now,
just
now
remember
that we-
people saying that, oh well, this is the first and last time y'all win it. You won't win it for another 40 years. Like,
Yeah,
bro, stop.
what? It don't
Yeah,
matter what Georgia and Kirby Smart just did tonight was epic and historical.
Yeah, like now that we've won 2, can't we officially say that like next season's going to be a breeze, right? Like we have no expectations.
None.
Like we definitely want to see another championship, but if we don't win it, we're not going to be crying.
And you know,
Well,
Falcon,
we should
you
go
know
12
the
and 0
fact
next year.
is that our side is weak as shit and losing everybody except for us.
We should go 12 and 0 next year.
We're going to be back in it.
I mean, I don't
Michigan
think
and Blake Corum are coming back for Michigan.
I saw
I
that.
think they're the.
Michigan.
Yeah.
but
I think they're the best.
There ain't no way Michigan's beating Ohio State 3 years in a row.
I disagree.
Yes.
With that. I think
That
I
would
think
be
Michigan's
crazy.
got-
I
I think
disagree.
Michigan's got a great team coming back.
No, I think
Michigan's
Yeah,
got
but
a
I
great
think
team
Ohio
coming back.
State does
Ohio
too.
State-
Well, yeah, but Ohio State, they have quarterback question marks, so I don't know.
I mean,
And
but we
Marvin
say that
Harrison,
every year.
rumors are having that he's transferring. So
Well,
Yeah.
I'm saying even the case is though is they have 5 stars galore at receiver. Not saying it can't be done. I'm not saying Michigan can't beat them. It's just to say that they are going to beat them. Michigan has a lot of talent.
Michigan's never beat Ohio State 3 years in a row in the decades and decades that they've played them.
But I know that Jim Harbaugh is, for him to go to the playoff 2 years in a row, I definitely give kudos to him. But
Now, I will say this: I will find it hard for Michigan to beat them again if Jim Harbaugh leaves. I'll say
Harbaugh's
that.
leaving.
dude, if Harbaugh leaves, that would be wild, dude.
They're under investigation. He's out, bro.
Well,
Yeah, that's right,
it's
for
minor
the whole hamburger
penalties.
deal.
Yeah.
It's minor penalties, though.
That's right, for the hamburger deal.
He wants the NFL money, bro.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all remember this or not, but a tweet surfaced that Jim Harbaugh tweeted like 7 years ago that was talking about how y'all can't talk about how I'm cheating in recruiting when that Georgia coach is doing what he's doing, and now he's under investigation.
Oh yeah. Well, the
it's
thing
always
that
the pot
Kirby,
on the kettle black.
well, the thing that Kirby does that other coaches don't like. So in NCAA, you get fined it's $10,000 for this, but there's never an excessive penalty. It's just if you do it every year, it's still $10,000. When recruits come to games, if you give them, and that's what he'll do, he'll give them like T-shirts, he'll give them like all these like free cards, whether it's gas cards, cards to Walmart, cards to all these different like free whatever cards, money cards to go places, to different restaurants and stuff that they're sponsored by where he gets cards from. You get a $10,000 fine at the end of the year. Well, Kirby's like, well, if I only have to pay $10,000, I'm going to keep doing it because the money we make from going to the SEC championship, like that pays for the next 10 years worth of fines. So
Yeah.
that's what people are like, he does that.
Even before NIL, I always followed the philosophy that every big program cheats in recruiting to some extent. I don't think Kirby is completely innocent, but I think he learned from Nick Saban how to look innocent to the NCAA.
The loopholes. Yes.
They all do it, man. I mean, come on.
Yeah, but I think there's loopholes too. I don't think he's going out buying people new houses and stuff like that.
So
here, I'm gonna say one more thing, and I'm out, bro.
Okay.
What Kirby and UGA just did tonight is epic and historical.
Agreed, dude.
You ride it back through history. What they did tonight is phenomenal.
58-point win. I mean, that's
I'm gonna love it for the rest of my life, no matter what they do from here going forward. And anybody that wants to run their damn mouth is just delusional.
I don't know.
I mean,
And
I'm gonna be.
honestly,
Dabo won 2 at Clemson, but it wasn't back to back.
honestly, is it not ridiculous that you can't even buy a recruit a meal when he comes to campus? Like, that's just stupid.
It's sad. Give me a break.
I
They've been
know.
buying those recruits shit for decades, man.
So I got one hot take and one little news factoid for y'all.
Okay.
The hot take is Ryan Day is the Ohio State version of Mark Richt.
Oh.
I don't know
Okay.
that hot.
I don't know. I feel like
It's
I
too
feel
early to say that for me.
I feel like after the game they played against Georgia, there's definitely a championship under Ryan Day in their future.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe.
What you got next, Keith?
The news fact.
Sorry, Sammy.
Great recruiter. That former wide receiver coach for Georgia, Cortez Hankton, fired from LSU.
Really?
Yeah, I was glad when he was fired from Georgia.
Yeah, because of that sex scandal.
He had a explicit party with a player and with several other staff of LSU's coaching staff, as well as the recruiting director of LSU.
Yeah.
Hey,
Whoa, what?
Keyshawn Boutte sent me a damn text message and told me I should be there.
Yeah,
It was in Atlanta.
I know. I almost drove down there, but then I was like, man, I ain't got the damn bills to support that.
I didn't know if I believed that at
well,
first.
here's the thing: there was only one girl, and there was like 5 dudes. So I'm like,
yeah, I'm
Wait,
glad.
So Falcons fan, you heard about that?
Yeah, I heard about the sex scandal rumors, but I didn't know if they were real or not. But if he really got fired randomly, I mean, there's no way they're not real.
If there was,
he got fired effective immediately.
If there was 5 dudes and 1 girl, then I would have sent.
I don't understand why people do stuff like that, bro.
It's also suspicious. It's also suspicious that Boutte, he tweeted that he wanted to come back next year, and then a couple weeks later he said, "Nah, I'm going to the NFL."
Hey, TB.
Yeah.
If there was 5 dudes and 1 girl, I'd have sent my invitation to C-Dog.
I just don't understand how people
C-Dog's
like
right down the street, bro. He could have damn taken an Uber over there for $5.
I just don't understand how people think though, like that's a good idea. Like what in your mind thinks like, hey, this sounds fun. Like what's wrong with people, dude?
I just
like it's not the fact. It's not the fact. If you worked at Dollar General, bro, yeah, that's cool. Go do that, bro. But you're
Hey, has anybody checked on C-Dog tonight?
Yeah, DJ just name back the C-Dog.
Yeah,
I don't know, but I bet he's making another video.
Check in. Somebody needs to check in on that sorry ass loser.
Yeah. I watched C-Dog's halftime video, and he was talking about how he hates that Georgia's going to go down in history because Georgia was nowhere near an elite team this year, but they're going to go 15-0.
C-Dog's
not an elite team, but that doesn't make any sense,
bro. He just being C-Dog.
He's just
he trolling,
loser.
bro.
Look, I respect trolling to the extent that like, oh, it's cute that you want to root against your rivals, but when you make live streams every game, when you wear hats of opposing teams that your rivals playing, that's when I started to lose a little respect.
Did him and his brother beat the hell out of each other because Georgia won?
Oh, I'm sure a video will come up.
I hope they videoed that shit, but I doubt they did. TB.
Well I'm gonna leave y'all with this. I hope TB you pull it up and everything and post a video on it. But I hope Shaquille O'Neal comes through with his eating a horn frog.
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah, he has to do that because TCU won. I mean Georgia won.
Man, he need to eat like 10 of them because they lost by a lot.
He's gonna do that on Inside the NBA.
Somebody ought to punch Desmond Howard in the face too. That piece of shit.
Yeah,
what did he say?
I was about to say.
Oh, he said TCU by 3 tutties.
And Lee Corso picked TCU as well.
Corso picked TCU.
Yeah, well, Lee Corso can go in a nursing home. That's
Corso don't even know who he's picking.
That's probably. I actually think that's going to be his last pick. I think he's done.
Yeah,
I mean, there's just no way you can come back after all the health issues you've had.
Desmond Howard is a punk. How did he win the Heisman?
I know.
Because he
Well,
was
I
a great
think
player. He was a great player. I mean, come
I
on.
think that's the thing though is that's all he's got though is
I'm.
riding off of that.
I mean,
He's a punk.
just because you're a bad analyst doesn't mean you're a bad player.
Ah,
I mean,
All
bullshit.
right. Well,
He's
I'm
a
gonna check
punk.
out.
All right, see you, big dog.
See you
CP.
later, man.
Desmond
See y'all.
Howard owes.
Thank you for coming on, dude.
Desmond
Yeah,
Howard
yeah.
owes
And
respect to
congratulations to
himself.
y'all back-to-back natties.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Congratulations, big dog. See you, bud.
Desmond Howard is a punk.
It was
well,
so
that
weird.
might be true, but he was still a great player. I mean,
He's
let's.
still a punk.
It's so weird how Desmond Howard is.
He denigrates his history as a player by picking ignorant picks.
I
It's
just
so
can't
weird
believe.
Yeah, I
how
mean,
What'd you say? What'd you
Desmond
say,
Howard.
Falcons?
It's so weird how Desmond Howard is so anti-UGA when his team
Yeah,
just lost to
I don't
TCU.
understand how you pick
I
ignorant
know.
picks.
Like if
Well,
you're
and
gonna
like
beat,
the
like
only
Falcons
pick,
fan said,
the
he's
only pick
definitely
every year Desmond Howard gets right is the Michigan Ohio State game.
Well, yeah, but like I can understand Desmond Howard saying, you know what, I'm picking TCU to cover the spread, but I think Georgia will win. He don't say that. He says
no.
TCU is going to win in dominant fashion. Georgia sucks. The hell with Kirby Smart. I'm out. And that's just absurd and ignorant.
like if you're gonna be a biased Michigan fan, like he is objectively, why not?
Exactly.
Yes.
Why not go against the team that beat you this year instead of the team that
Yeah,
beat you
I'm
last year?
not arguing that Desmond Howard was a great player and deserved the Heisman. He did. But damn, man, you're making picks that are just absurd.
Don't forget, he picked a 5-7 team to win the national title.
Well,
Yeah.
hey, I don't
And
care if he wants to denigrate his career. That's fine. Go for it. But I just don't understand it.
yeah, but it's really bad when he like costs CJ Stroud a runner-up Heisman just because he goes to Ohio State.
Well,
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
that's the typical Michigan homer for
I
you.
was just about to say that, sir, UJ, is that
Give
being
me
a
a break.
hater.
It's just it's a joke, man.
But I will say, just out of being a Georgia fan, I don't care if it sounds biased or not. It was amazing to see that because and I said this on the last stream, on previous videos, whatever. I really, really hoped that Kirby would look at this and go, "Look, I don't care that it's a championship game. It does not have to be close just because it's a championship game. Don't worry about the level, the stage. Go out there and you play it. If you feel like we can beat them by 50, let's beat them by 50." And he did.
Yeah.
That man put up 65-7. Like, I've never seen that in a championship game.
Yeah.
This man literally did that to prove a point to all of college football. Like, y'all are not me.
I think TCU got as far as they did because no one respected them and no one thought they would get this far. I think Georgia came into this game thinking, okay, we have to give our absolute best to beat this TCU game.
And not only that, you
Yes.
could tell
And
in the first drive by TCU that their hearts were in it, bro.
TCU finally faced a more talented team that was playing their best game, and obviously we saw how that went.
Yeah,
That was crazy. Well, I think you finally saw Georgia's best game too.
I think the Ohio State game was the cause of this because of how close that game
Yeah,
was.
that's what I said.
We woke up.
Yes.
No, I think Kirby all week was saying, y'all suck. Our defense sucks. Y'all can't stop shit. Max Duggan is going to beat your ass, and y'all are a bunch of damn worthless pieces of shit. And they said, you know what, Kirby? We got this, bro. Don't you worry about it.
I don't think he went that far, but
yeah,
I mean, but if you've heard some of the videos of Kirby,
come on, bro. Kirby damn wears them out.
He does, bro. He talks a lot of crap to his players like that.
Yeah,
go back and watch that TB. I told you to go back and watch that SEC story from last season.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. They wear them out on a daily basis.
I mean, an audio leaked before the Tennessee game where Kirby was telling Keely Ringo to his face, "You literally can't cover shit," and then he had his best game ever.
Dude, they don't. I told everybody Keely was gonna have a big game.
Yeah, that was
I know. We didn't hear
I
Keely
know.
Ringo's name once today, and that's good for a cornerback.
That's because he had a damn. Didn't he get a?
Yes.
He's the one that forced that fumble, wasn't he?
That was Chris Smith.
Oh, it's Chris Smith.
But still, though, Keely definitely played a good game.
Keely shut down their first round draft pick receiver like it was.
That's
nothing.
crazy. That's true.
I knew we were going to win this game when Kirby said we're going to come out hunting. The defense is going to be aggressive. When he was talking like that, I was like, "Oh, we're ready."
Yeah, like
Yeah, I know, man.
I,
Kirby came out like he was
He don't.
ready to go.
Like-
All he needs is like the best. That's why I told TB last week the best thing that happened to us was that we barely beat Ohio State.
Agreed.
Because
Agreed. 1,000%.
all week, Kirby was going to be using that against the defense. Saying,
Well, and TCU, that's the last thing that TCU wanted.
oh, come
TCU
on.
wanted it to be a blowout, so they would be like, all right, good. Georgia's going to disrespect us.
TCU knew they could, like Michigan gave them a little bit more confidence, but they knew what they were about to face, bro. You could tell in the first drive, man, they were scared to death.
Yeah, like I didn't want to be disrespectful to TCU, and I understand that they have a wide receiver that's projected to be a first-round pick. But the reason why Ohio State picked us apart like they did is because they have 4 future first and second round wide receivers on their team. TCU does not have a wide receiver on their team that's as good as Marvin Harrison Jr. They just don't.
Everybody in this panel knew that TCU was a way better matchup for us than Ohio State ever was.
Yeah, I mean,
and let's just be real here. TCU is a great offense, but the defense woke up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, were we not complaining when they first announced the 14 playoff that we got punished as the number 1 seed because we had to play Ohio State instead of TCU?
And on top of that, we knew that we were going to score at least 45 points in the national championship game.
But we did not know it would be by 58.
Well, no, I know, but like you knew we were going to score that. But if our defense half showed up, we were beating them by 30.
I know.
I mean, instead we beat them by 50.
I can't even believe.
You saw the talent difference. Georgia's average recruiting ranking over the last 4 years is 2.5. TCU's is 41.
Yeah, but also Michigan is around that same. Because when you look at the 5-star and 4-stars on each team, Michigan is really close to Georgia's. But the part aside from that, Kirby is coaching these kids, not Harbaugh.
Well,
what's up?
Michigan can't even stand in the same room, bro.
That's my point though. Like that was huge to me. Was like just seeing how well Georgia Kirby coached kids play. Like it doesn't matter the 4 and 5 stars. It's like TCU beat Michigan, the pick sixes, all this and that. But
your star don't matter at Georgia, bro.
Yeah, and I had to hear people like David Pollock say all week that TCU's offensive line is better than Ohio State's, and I'm just like, dude, the reason why Ohio State held us like they did is because, first of all, they were literally holding us and they didn't call it. But their athletes are as big as our athletes. TCU is not.
Yeah, and
we also scored 43 points.
The thing I hate about Pollock is he's trying to further his career, you know?
Yeah.
Well, so he's making statements. He's making statements based on where it gets him.
Almost hot takes. Yeah.
Pollock's constant hot takes, and I get it. Like I don't like it pisses me off.
Yeah.
But like I know what he's doing. Like he's and I hate it, and I hate it for Pollock because he's one of my favorite Bulldogs ever. And his NFL career was cut short because of a neck injury, and I get it. But like it drives me nuts how these damn Georgia players come on here and just down the program.
Well, they don't hate Georgia. They love Georgia.
I know they do, but
what David Pollock's trying to do is he's trying to look unbiased. That's his whole point.
Yeah,
I get it. It just pisses me off, man.
I know it pisses me off too, but that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to look unbiased.
I fully understand that the furtherment of your career. I get it.
Yeah, like David Pollock is that teacher in school that's teaching their own kid, and everyone expects, you're going to give them special treatment, aren't you? So in order to overcompensate for that,
you have to do the opposite. Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, no matter what I think of him as an analyst, though, what he said in front of Nick Saban's face tonight was hilarious.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
What did he say?
He said that George is the new top dog. George is the new king on. George is on top of college football. And Nick Saban's face was just like, oh, my God.
Yeah, he was mad, bro.
Saban was there, bro.
Well, and I want to say this to Dante, and then we can wrap it up, guys. Like I said, Dante, I knew that Ohio State had their starting running back out. Like I said, and then Marvin Harrison going out later. But my thing is, too, with Georgia having so many guys out, like that's the last thing you're going to hear from Georgia is, well, if we would have had so-and-so, it's like you don't hear that from us because we do such a good job of getting the backups ready and getting them prepared. And that, to me, I have so much respect for that.
Hey, I'm
I
going to
do.
be honest with y'all. If the refs were better this game, TCU may have had a shot.
Yeah, because they would have called the 75 holding calls on TCU. Yeah.
Well, I mean, remember that holding call on Bullard that literally just a wide receiver fell down and the ref decided to throw a flag?
Exactly, bro. I was like, dude, you gonna call that, but not Buddy getting held by the freaking or the face mask on who was it, Kenny McIntosh or Milton? That
Yeah.
he got face
All that
masked, and I was
nothing.
Honestly,
yo, like, come on, dude.
honestly, the entire second half of this game, it looked like the ref just wanted to go home. I mean, a guy could literally
Yeah,
get mugged and they didn't call anything.
it's almost like a basketball game when it's a blowout and they just don't call anything. They just let the shots go up over and over and over. Yeah,
The
Yeah,
entire
agreed.
second half, the refs couldn't even spell ACC.
I know. Well, look, I'm gonna let Jacob go first. Jacob, what you got to say? I'm gonna let you go, and then I'm gonna let Falcons fan, I'm gonna let Sir UJ, and then we'll shut it down.
Hey, man. Dogs on top. Back-to-back national titles. I mean, this is amazing. 65-7, the biggest blowout in history. We beat TCU's ass, and we're the national champions, and we're the best program in college football. It's not even close. Georgia is they're the next dynasty. Write that
I like
down.
it.
3-peat for next year. Go Dogs, baby.
Oh snap! Okay, see you, Jacob.
Bye.
What you got, Falcons? See you,
I
bro.
was gonna say, before 2 years ago, the main argument against our rivals was always, oh, you can't actually win championships. You always choke. 1980, all that. But now that we've won 2 in a row, if you're Auburn or Georgia Tech or Tennessee or Florida or any of our rivals, what can you even say to Georgia at this point as far as trash talk goes?
I don't think there is a good trash talking plan. I think it's just one of those like it's almost like when the big dog comes in the room and everybody just shuts up. Like I think that's what you do now because there's nothing you can say. Like there's just absolutely nothing you can say.
Yeah, like
Honestly,
Georgia played their best games at the beginning of the year and the end of the year. I've been begging for as good of a game as we saw against Oregon, and we finally saw it tonight.
yes, that's
Go
very true, dude.
Dogs. Go Dogs. I'm going to rest easy next season, but of course I hope for a 3-peat.
Hey, facts, dude. I'm gonna sleep good tonight. Know that.
I'm going to sleep good for the next 8 months.
Facts, dude. We'll see you, Falcon. Appreciate you coming on, dude.
See ya, TV.
I see you, bud. All right, Mr. Sir UGA, wrap us up, big dog.
My man.
Hit us with it.
All I got to say is thanks for the show, bro.
Yeah. This was good. And I agree with you. Do what?
Keep on pushing them YouTube streets.
Yeah, man. I will. I'm gonna slowly soak this in. I don't think it's fully hit me yet that we've won back to back.
It won't.
I know, and
It hasn't fully hit me that we won last season.
Yeah, I know, and that's kind of where I'm at now. And I think for me, it's one of those where definitely going to get on, the whole YouTube trail, and for the next probably 4 or 5 days, go ahead and plan it out tonight and post 15 videos to post over the next couple of days. And
look, bro, you can earn some keep on this, bro.
Yeah, agreed.
And to all my fishing football buddies out there, wherever the hell he is tonight, since he picked TCU to cover the spread, I just want people like fishing and sport to come up, and all those other sorry ass haters of the Bulldogs tonight to look out to the east. Look up on that shining hill. It's glowing. It's bright. It looks like gold medallions. And then you get up there and it's just Kirby and UGA. So y'all come on with the trash talk for the next damn 8 months because you're getting your asses kicked next year.
Okay. Yeah,
So
we'll be sure to let him know. We'll definitely be sure to let him know that.
Yeah, y'all set your alarms for next season because it's coming again, baby.
Well, we just had Jacob wrap it up. We had Falcons, and we just had Sir UJ wrap it up. So thank you, sir. Thank you,
Go
sir,
dogs.
sir UGA.
Go dogs,
And go
TB.
dogs.
We'll see
See you,
you.
bud. See you, bud. And I'm gonna wrap it up uh myself. I'm gonna let my boy Sir UGA go. Okay. Uh an amazing night. Um I didn't think it would be. I didn't think the spread would be covered, but I didn't think it'd be a 70,000 to 4 game. But just shout out to Kirby. What's up, East Coast? What's up, fishing? Um, just a shout out to Kirby for just pushing the narrative of showing the beginning of next year in a natty, like how disrespectful it was to take all your starters out. Your starting quarterback on offense, your starting your entire starting defense, the beginning of the fourth quarter, to take those guys out and then to go on to score more. I think it was amazing to see the fact that this man could have put up 80 points. I don't know. I love this new Kirby. The old Kirby would have gotten up 21-7 and just ran the clock out. But I think realizing the whole this is Stetson's last year and Stetson going out there and doing things that, I mean, we saw Max Duggan tonight look like a fish out of water. I think that was crazy. I think that was I don't know. For me, I'm just going to try to soak it in. The last year, I'm still not even over that one, and now this year going to back to back, I think it's ridiculous. And then seeing all this young talent Georgia has coming in and stepping up in this kind of game and straight dominating, and a lot of the young talent had to play against Ohio State. It just goes to show Georgia's super young and inexperienced this year, and still was able to win a championship, not just make it far, but the fact to win and then win in a dominant, way that they did. I don't even know what to say. I don't think there's anything else to say except just like go dogs and soak it in, and Kirby we trust. And if I ever see that dude in a restaurant, I'm paying for his meal, and if his meal's already paid for, I'm buying him dessert. I don't know. I'm just super super excited to be a Dog fan and to have gone through the Mark Richt era and gone through a lot of the heartaches of losing the big games and then seeing this one. It's definitely an amazing feeling. Um, and gonna get on the whole YouTube trail of making videos. It's now the off season, so a lot of stuff to talk about. But yeah, guys, I think I'm just gonna sleep good. I'm gonna turn on a movie and just, like I said, just soak it in and maybe watch a few highlights, and the rest of this week, enjoy it with my kids that I train and coach, and just be grateful for having to go through all the hard times with Rick and all the hard times I've gone through in my life, and the fact that having Kirby at the same time things in my life are turning around. That's a crazy way to look at things, but I'm gonna be grateful. I'm gonna take advantage of this, and all of you guys on YouTube that are with me, whether we do a show together, or you're in the comment section, or you're a fan or a supporter or whatever, you're gonna be a part of this. So I apologize if you're not a Georgia fan, but you're gonna get this support. You're gonna be a part of this ride. We're gonna ride it out together. So Broncos country, let's ride. I love all y'all, man. I hope y'all have a really good night. TV about to, like I said, turn on a movie, man. I'm gonna enjoy it. So love y'all. Y'all be safe. Stay out of the streets. If you need a ride, do not call me because I live way too far away. Call an Uber and pay that $45 fee. All right, y'all. Peace.